Everyone, today we're going to talk about something really cool: how to train your brain to think directly in English. Think of it like a workout, but for your mind, designed to get you to real, honest to goodness fluency. So let's get right into it. So let me ask you something. Does it ever feel like your brain is just working overtime when you try to speak English? You have a thought in your native language, you mentally translate it, and then you finally say the words out loud. It's exhausting, isn't it? It literally feels like you're doing double the work for every single sentence. And this really breaks it down perfectly. On one side, you've got what we can call the translation treadmill. You're running, you're putting in the effort, but man, it is slow and frustrating. But on the other side, that's the fluency fast track. That's where your thoughts just happen in English. It's quick, it feels natural, and you sound so much more confident. And that is where we want to be. So, our goal for today, our big mission, is actually pretty simple, but it's a total game changer. We want to train your brain to hop off that treadmill and jump straight onto the fast track. We're going to learn how to skip that translation step completely and just think directly in English. And don't worry, we're going to do it with a super simple 3-step training plan. First, we'll do a little warm up to get things going. Then, we'll add the right kind of fuel. And finally, we'll dive into the main workout to really build up that fluency muscle. Sound good? Let's go. Okay, step one, the warm up. This is all about thinking in tiny, simple sentences. Seriously, this is something you can start doing the moment you finish listening to this. It's that easy to begin, but it's also incredibly effective. It can start from the very first moment of your day. So picture this. Your alarm goes off, you open your eyes. Instead of your mind being blank or thinking in your native language, just have one simple thought in English. I am awake. That's it. That's the start. Then, you get up, you stumble to the bathroom to wash your face, you splash the water on. What's that feeling? In your head, you just think, the water is cold. You're basically becoming the narrator of your own life, using these little English sentences. And the great thing is, you can do this absolutely anywhere. Say you're on a bus, just looking out the window. Don't just space out. Start describing what you see in your mind. I see a red car. That dog is running. It's a beautiful day. See? Simple. Now, here is the secret sauce. Here's why this little trick works so incredibly well. You are building a direct connection, a bridge from the world around you, that red car, that cold water, straight to the English words for them. You're wiring English into your life, not just translating it from your first language. And that changes everything. Okay, you can't have a good workout without the right fuel, right? And your brain is exactly the same. So for step 2, we need to give our brain the English food it's craving to get stronger. We call this input. So what is this input thing anyway? It's really simple. It's just getting English into your brain, either through your ears by listening or your eyes by watching. This is the stuff that teaches your brain all the patterns, the rhythms, even the music of how English is supposed to sound. It's how you learn what feels natural without even thinking about grammar rules. And here's what's on the menu for you. You could listen to some easy podcasts made for English learners. Or, find some simple pop songs with repetitive lyrics, the kind that totally get stuck in your head. Or, my personal favorite, watch short videos on topics you already geek out about, whether it's cooking, sports, travel, you name it. But here is the number one, most important, golden rule of all. Whatever you choose, it absolutely must be fun and interesting to you. If you're obsessed with video games, watch gaming streams. If you love baking, watch baking shows. Why? It's simple. A bored brain doesn't learn. A happy, engaged brain soaks everything up like a sponge. All right, we've warmed up our brains, we've fueled up with some good input, and now it is time for the main event, the main workout. This is where we stop just taking English in and we start actively putting it out. This is called output. Now, this is usually the point where people hit a wall. The big question pops up. Okay, this is great, but who am I supposed to practice with? I don't have anyone to talk to. And look, that's a totally fair question, but the answer is way simpler than you might think. That's right, yourself. The person you're going to practice with is you. You don't need a conversation partner to start speaking. The only person you need is right there in the room with you. It sounds a little weird, but trust me, this technique is so powerful, and you can do it anytime, anywhere. So here's how you do it. Just look around whatever room you're in right now and start describing things out loud. This is my room. There is a bed. The bed is big. I see my laptop. The laptop is on the table. It might feel a bit silly at first, but what you're actually doing is building and strengthening those English pathways in your brain in real time. And this is why it's so important. Your ears need to hear your own voice speaking English. It creates this powerful feedback loop in your brain. You see an object, you think the English word for it, and then you say the English word out loud. That connection, see it, think it, say it, gets stronger and faster every single time you do it. Okay, so we have our three-part workout: the warm-up, the fuel, and the main event. But just like with physical fitness, the real magic doesn't happen in one session. The results come from consistency. This is all about building a long-term habit. And here's the best part, you don't need hours. All it takes is maybe 10 to 15 minutes a day. That's it. A few minutes in the morning thinking your simple sentences, a couple of songs on your way to work, and a few minutes describing your room before bed. Tiny, consistent steps are what lead to huge results over time. Now, let's talk about something really important. What happens when you make a mistake? Because you will. You'll say something wrong. And you know what? That is fantastic. Seriously, mistakes are not a sign of failure. They are a sign that you are trying, that you're pushing yourself, and that your brain is actually learning. So in the end, it all comes down to having the right mindset for this training. You've got to be patient. This stuff takes time. You've got to be kind to your brain. It's learning a whole new skill. Be brave enough to make those mistakes. And of course, the most important rule of all, you've got to have fun with it. So as we finish up, I want to leave you with this question. Now that you've heard the plan, the little sentences, the fun input, talking to yourself, what's your favorite idea? Which part are you excited to try first? Let us know your thoughts. Thanks for watching and happy training.